August energy is alive with possibilities. There are going to be fateful endings and new beginnings toward your destiny in your life and the world. And I'm here to tell you all about it. Hello, I'm Kari Samuels, your intuitive counselor and happiness coach with your August forecast. There's a lot happening. And before we talk about the astrology and numerology of this month, I want to go back and talk about July, because it's not like the Gregorian calendar changes and then everything changes. There's a continuum here, right? And July, we had that Barbo's basket that you've seen all over your social media feeds, but it was a lot. It was the really most extraordinary lineup we've had in several thousand years. So we had that extraordinary lineup in February with Saturn conjunct Neptune at 0 degrees Aries. That started a lot of changes, things breaking down, new worlds being built, and you're a part of that. You're a big part of that. And then in July, we had what was called the Barbo's basket, which was 4 outer planets all aligning at 4 degrees. And that's really, it's miraculous, honestly. And the outer planets change our society, but they're slow moving planets, which means it just started changes, but not just society, because those planets activated something in your chart, especially around planets that were at 4 degrees. So if you know your birth chart and you know that you have any planets around 4 degrees, well, those really got activated. So some of you may have felt it more intensely than others, but really there's changes happening, and there's changes happening really all year that are very, very intense. Remember, last year, 2025, was a 9 universal year, so everything was ending. All the planets were in their final degrees of the sign. So you were really letting go of old identities. And this is the year where you're creating new identities, new passions. So things are falling away and new experiences, new identities are emerging. And this is really a year of culmination. But this month especially is a time of culmination because it's eclipse season. And even more importantly, at the end of July, the nodes changed signs, the lunar nodes of destiny. Let's explain what those are so you have a better understanding of what that is. They're related to our eclipses. They're not actually planets, they're points in the sky, but they're related to our eclipses. And so the north node of the moon relates to your destiny or our collective destiny. The energy that you're moving towards that's yet unfamiliar to you. And yet there's a drive to go to this North Star, as it is. There's an inner drive to move toward a certain experience, a certain energy. And that's where the North Node is directing you and us collectively. The South Node of the moon is considered karmic in a way, not in a sense that, oh, you've done anything bad or there's a sense of any wrongdoing. It's familiar. And our soul always wants to evolve and have new experiences. So the South Node is a collection of experiences that are meant to be moved away from. And there's a releasing with those South Node experiences. And there's a very strong sense of destiny and fate when the nodes are involved. So there's a sense of collective fate and destiny being altered and changed this month because those nodes have changed signs, and they change signs about every 18 months. So we have experienced for the past 18 months, since September of 2024, when the nodes of the moon were in Pisces and Virgo. The North Node has been in Pisces and the South Node has been in Virgo. Well, that just changed at the end of July. So we have a new collective destiny. They changed into Aquarius, North Node. And you've heard we're in the age of Aquarius, so that means they're connecting with Pluto, the great transformer. Pluto, the truth teller. Pluto that goes into the underworld and unearths anything that's there, our secrets, our gifts, the truths that we haven't been willing to face. That is now connecting with the North Node of Destiny, which is now in Aquarius. So collectively and personally, we are now all moving toward an Aquarian experience. Aquarius relates to technology, breaking boundaries, the future, outer space. I mean, we've heard all about space things and technology. I mean, I think you've had enough of that, right? But we're going to have more of it because now that the nodes are connecting with Pluto, there's going to be transformation in technology, from technology. Some of that is great, medical advancements and things that can help us. But some of it, especially those Plutonian aspects, are what are the shadow elements of AI and technology? We're all going to be dealing with that very focused for the next 18 months. But the beauty of Aquarius, in addition to things that move us forward with progress, it's very much about the unique self, your unique essence, in a very diverse way, how we are all very diverse, and that culmination of all of our uniqueness coming together to help the greater good. And the South Node is in Leo. And the South Node, when it's in Leo, tends to have, it's not exactly a time of luxury necessarily. And I think you're seeing some pushback against celebrity culture, which is a very Leo thing. And people who are extravagant now and flashy in a time where people are suffering. So Aquarius is about groups of people coming together to help the greater good. Leo is about rulers and kingdoms and celebrity and that sense of just being so extravagant with your own light. Leo is beautiful when used correctly, when it is in the light element. Leo is about the proper use of leadership, about shining your light to lift up others, about celebrating your unique expression. Leo rules the heart. It's about passion and children and fun and entertainment. Because it's in the South Node now, Leo is more about using your light to help the greater good in a more Aquarian way. So it's not just about yourself. Now, I know I'm talking to empaths here, and empaths aren't typically self-centered or all about the self. So you still need to learn Leonine things about shining your light and using it brightly. But remember, because you're an empath, something that will help you do that is knowing that when you shine more brightly, it does benefit the greater good. So I want you to know that a lot of the South Node energies, they're really stuff that you still need to learn, even though they're in our South Node. But collectively, there's this letting go of extravagance, of celebrity culture. However, Jupiter is also in Leo. So there's an expansion of Leonine themes, an expansion of fashion and joy for the sake of joy and love for the sake of love. So there is an energy of the positive use of Leo, but because it's South Node, there's going to be changes in cultural elements of what we find motivating. Aquarius North Node tends to bring a change in leadership for more Aquarian ideals, more egalitarian ideals, more benefiting the groups as opposed to plutocracies or just individual people. So for individuals, this Jupiter in Leo can be very expansive. And again, that changed signs in July. July was a busy month. And you may want to go back to the July forecast and review it because it's still affecting us right now. Jupiter's in Leo for a year. Jupiter stays in a sign for a year. It blesses that sign. But because it expands everything it touches, it's going to be expanding this south node energy. So the north node in Aquarius, our destiny, is connecting with Pluto, which reveals the shadow and transforms. And our south node in Leo is going to be connecting with Jupiter, expanding everything it touches. Now, if you weren't an empath and just thought too much of yourself and had hubris, which some non-benevolent leaders do, that Jupiter is going to expand this south node energy, and it could be an undoing of certain leaders. This sense of hubris, like, oh, I've always gotten away with things, so I can just do anything I want and not care about the people. I'm only going to enrich myself or my family or whatever that's about. And there's plenty of leaders in this world that could apply to. I can think of a few off the top of my head. I bet you can too. So that is the fall of kings energy, because there's a sense of hubris that's not benevolent, that's not thinking about the greater good. And so Jupiter connecting with this south node energy is really going to affect world leaders. Starting now, especially because we're in eclipse season, and eclipses bring up the truth. So we're in Leo season, sun season, until the 22nd, and Leo is joy and love. So go ahead and celebrate. Live it up. Feel good about yourself. Shine brightly. Be extravagant in your way. Whatever that means. Just pamper yourself in ways that feel delightful, in ways that don't need to have money involved even. Just luxuriate in the joy of being alive, of being you. Specifically you, and in your personal essence that lights up the world. Now, our first eclipse in Leo is happening now for the first time in 9 years because the nodes change. So August 12th is the beginning of this new set of Leo Aquarius eclipses. Solar eclipses begin new chapters. New moons, because it's a new moon eclipse, always start a new fateful beginning. Because it's connected with our south node, this is telling you that in order for something to begin, you have to consciously let go of something. And that Leo energy of letting go is connected to the need for approval from others, the need to be like other people in order for you to be accepted, anything you do to silence or diminish your light. Any of those habits, thoughts, beliefs, or expectations need to be let go in order for you to have your new identity emerge. And it's going to come to a head now, because that's what eclipses do. They bring things to light that have been previously eclipsed from your consciousness. And the sun is your consciousness in astrology, and Leo is ruled by the sun. So all month there's this sense of bringing things to consciousness so they can be expressed. The sun is all about expression and shining. Not just Mercury, but Mercury is very involved as well this month. As a matter of fact, that eclipse has an air trine, and air is connected with communication. Uranus, Venus, and Pluto, all in different air signs that are connecting with each other and helping you express yourself, coercing you to express yourself. Because remember, planets don't ever make you do things. They just are energies that move you forward. They tell you what's going on. So that air trine is about your consciousness and your expression and how you move through the world. And everything about this month is about you bringing your true passions, your true essence, your true desires to light and literally expressing them in the world. So that is a wonderful time to start a new form of expression, a creative drive. Give it an outlet. So August 12th is the beginning of this new set of Leo Aquarius eclipses. However, our next eclipse, August 28th, is in Pisces. It's wrapping up our last set of Virgo Pisces eclipses. And what's so interesting about the eclipses this year, there's 4 eclipses this year, and they're all in different elements. So every area of your life is getting reworked in some way. The 2 weeks between eclipses is called eclipse season. So it's not just like we have an eclipse and then it's over, and then we have an eclipse and then that's over. That 2 weeks between the lunations, the new moon on the 12th and then the full moon on the 28th, that 2 weeks in between is eclipse season. And that's when a lot of things are going to start emerging and coming to light, and truths being revealed in your life, in the world. They're very emotional times. They can be turbulent, especially if you've been ignoring your truth. We're also in numerology in a 9 universal month. Because this is the 8th month of the year, we're in a 1 universal year, and 8 plus 1 is 9. So this is a 9 universal month. 9 is associated with chapters endings. So there's going to be a lot of fateful closures now. And those usually happen when you've been thinking about something, you've been thinking about changing something, you've had intuition about something that you need to address, and then you don't, and then eclipses come along and reveal something for you. So they can bring surprises, unexpected changes, unexpected revelations, and that's going to happen in the world. Again, there's so much that we need to address in the world that we just haven't been paying attention to because life is busy. So those 2 weeks, they're going to be very potent. And right before that August 28th eclipse, Mercury is going to be in Virgo, which rules your mind and your consciousness and your communication, transportation, communication, all the things, right? Mercury is going to cazimi the sun, means it's going to be in the heart of the sun, conjunct, exact. And that Mercury is going to bring another piece of information for you. In the heart of our seat of consciousness, the sun. So there's a lot of information coming now. And then the next day is that eclipse. And Mercury on that lunar eclipse in Pisces on the 28th is going to be exactly squared Uranus, which is the liberating planet, which brings sudden, unexpected surprises to liberate you. So it's going to be a month full of twists and turns, probably, definitely in the world, most likely in your life. There's a lot going on. And so I do have 3 action steps that are going to help you through this really incredible high octane time. Now, your first action step is to be authentically you. If you have been basing your life on what other people find joyful, fun, fulfilling, what they post on social media as an ideal life, if you have been comparing yourself in any way to other people's ideals, that is going to need a rework. You are hardwired so uniquely. The way you express yourself is so special and so unique. And so when you compare yourself or base your life on other people's expectations of you or what you expect of yourself that doesn't feel true to your heart, you're going to have a more challenging eclipse season or life, because how long do you want to be inauthentic? So express yourself in the way that you were born to be. Express your unique way of being, be direct, have conversations that you've been suppressing because you're afraid of being rejected. So that's the way to know that you're not being authentically yourself. Are you afraid of what other people will think of you? Are you afraid of being rejected? So practice expressing your joy, your creativity, your feelings in a way that feels free for you. And action step number 2 is all about releasing what's no longer right for you. Because there are going to be some chapters closing now. You have new identities waiting to emerge. And to do that, you need to let go of what's not right for you. What are the energy drains in your life? What are the people that are draining your resources, time, money, energy? What are the work things that you're doing or social things that just don't feel right anymore? You have to be very honest with yourself and consciously let them go, or the universe will do that for you. And your third action step is to forgive yourself and others. But I want to put the emphasis on yourself, because as the eclipses are going to bring some things to your consciousness about things that you've been thinking about or choices that you made that aren't right for you anymore, just remember that at one point your soul needed to make that choice in order for you to have a certain lesson or experience. So don't beat up on your beautiful self. Be very, very gentle with yourself as you recognize that something's not right for you anymore, or something's ending. And remember that as something is ending, new experiences are emerging for your higher self and your higher purpose. So forgive yourself, whatever choices you made on this path. And I also do have a free meditation that can help you with that. Heal your past with the angels to help you with forgiveness and gratitude in your heart. So you can access that free forgiveness meditation using the link below. And I know that if you stay true to yourself and you express yourself, this can be a very dramatically positive month for you. So if you've enjoyed this video, make sure you like it, subscribe. That helps so much for people to find this. So subscribe to this channel, and I have so much more to share with you in the months to come, and that also helps a lot. So whatever you can do to help share this message with the world, that will help me fulfill my purpose as well. And I'm so grateful for you. And remember to love yourself with all your heart, and you will always find your way. I love you so much, and I'm wishing you a joyful August and beyond. Lots of love. Bye for now.